Welcome, my friends, to Whatever Gaming. We're going to be doing, this is part 3 of our Let's Play of Super Mario Brothers 2, originally released on the NES in the United States. Well, originally it was released in Japan as Doki Doki Panic, but we know it in the United States as Super Mario Brothers 2. So, last we left off, we were in World 4. After a long day of adulting, grown-upping, working, I'm ready to relax, playing the games that made my youth so nice. So, yeah, adulting's always fun. You know, I'm trying new things. You know, I do commission-based sales is my thing. It's fun to watch people panic, and I'm like, it's a little early to panic, isn't it? And then I'm like, no, it pretty much isn't too early to panic, so thank you for that, whoever you are. And what I'm trying is what they were trying. You know, as a YouTuber, I've been doing YouTube for a long time. I'm like, hey, I can do business stuff and make money doing something that making money doing lead generation in a way that I like it. What? But apparently even that's like totally dried up and there's nothing there. So let's see here. Let's fire up the old... I saw in one of the comments, and that's nice that people are viewing my content, but in the Whatever Gaming chat... somebody remarked that yes, they thought that I was playing it on an actual Nintendo machine. No, I played it that way when I was a kid, and I had a lot of fun playing Nintendo as a kid. But I will take one of these Logitech controllers that I got at the thrift store over the crappy NES controller any day of the week. This controller is so much better. Hail, Papa Cotton the Sixth! Welcome, my friend. Hail, Shellback, our resident turtle. How is Florida treating you, my friend? Good to see you. Wish I could have been there with you guys. Fortunately, poverty does that. What I need to do is get some bubble gum and bale and wire, and you know, crank the old Model T and drive out there to Florida. Do like a reverse of what my Okie great grandparents did, and like head east. Head east, young man. Head east. Yeah, Las Vegas last year. It was fun to meet the Geeks and Gamer crew. You know, got to meet Jeremy, got to meet Ryan Kinnell, got to meet Drunk 3PO. So it was, and Stephanie, got to meet her briefly. And did I meet Christinova? I don't think I did. I don't think she was at that one. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Shellback says, "Wish you were here. I need a roommate." Well, I'm there in spirit. I'm there across the airwaves, or the whatever waves the internets travel across. That's where I'm coming through. But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Boy, Jeremy's beard is really coming in. But if you're looking for a roommate, Shelly, I know Steven is looking for a roommate too, so you might be able to room with Steven. So that could be fun. You could get your free reading. He gave me my tarot a couple of tarot readings, and they were both pretty good. I would like to stream with Bear again at some point. I guess, you know, he's occupying himself with other things right now, but who isn't? You know, I've reached peak whatever at this point. I kind of don't care a lot about pop culture. And I know that DC is doing some things right, like when they did Shazam. I enjoyed Shazam. I thought Shazam was a good movie. A very good movie, even. Would I put it in the great category? Probably not in the great category, but Levi, I thought, did a good job of playing Shazam. And, usually I would reward that, but I'm just not, again, it's a case of, even though, okay, I figured it out. I figured it out why I don't want to see it. Because The Rock has been opening his pie hole and been saying some quasi woke things. And I don't want to smell what The Rock is cooking, because what The Rock's been cooking has been overcooked. So I think that's a big part of why I wouldn't be able to see the movie, even though Shazam was a good film. So I've just reached peak whatever. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. And then, I'm gonna, you should never make content about something you don't care about, first of all. But that being said, when Star Trek Discovery had debuted, and the sinking feeling I got from that especially when The Last Jedi came out. When The Last Jedi came out, that was when I was really activated and motivated about what's been happening with our pop culture. And then I discovered some folks, and I supported some folks, and then, you pay people money and support them, and then it's like, well, wait a second. They're having this person nobody's ever heard of on their channel, just created a brand new channel, gets to be on the show, and gets monetized when they only have one video because of the assistance of these people. And it's like, well, I'm supporting you. I understand, that you have people you want to support, but, when there's monetary stuff happening, it kind of sours me on it. So I'm just at the point now where it's like, I don't care. It's whatever. That's what it is. I don't care. If I just happen to accidentally enjoy a good movie from Hollywood, then I just happen to accidentally enjoy a good movie from Hollywood. That's what it is. It wouldn't be something done purposefully at this point. I did enjoy Ford versus Ferrari. I really enjoyed that film. I'm trying to think of what the last film that I really enjoyed was. God, was it Ford versus Ferrari? Was that last year or was that 2020? See, I can't even keep track of this shit anymore. And Shellback says, The Rock endorsed Brandon. I hope it was just so he could stay in whoever's good graces so he could make Black Adam. Well, Brandon is so obviously a danger to humanity right now. Well, and himself. That anybody that would endorse Brandon is kind of a piece of shit. You just stay neutral. Don't endorse anyone. Go out there, act, and then shut the fuck up. See, now I'm starting to. My apathy is starting to disappear, and I'm starting to care, which I should not. Let's play some video games. Like, I don't care. Just shut the fuck up. Make a movie. That's why you're there. That's what you're there to do. So we've seen this before. Load. Hey, Load. Load was Metallica's best album. We're not doing this shit again, are we? Okay, it's gonna make me remap the controls again. Mel Gibson, Roseanne, Kanye. Oh yeah, you're true. That's true. You're right. Those are some good people. All right, who should I be? Mario, Luigi, Toad, or the princess? Yeah, Mel Gibson. You know what that movie that I watched with Bear a couple of years ago? That Mel Gibson Christmas movie? Hey, Larar! Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. I thought that movie was terrible until I thought about it. And I was like, hey, this is supposed to be an allegory about the military-industrial complex. Holy shit, this is actually brilliant. I don't know how someone can catch that on the first viewing, because I sure didn't. That's a bunch of malarkey, man. Peach it is. I think she works the best in this level, actually. Mushrooms? Don't have any of those. I did just have half of a gummy, though, and that was after I've had half a gummy earlier. I've decided to take Papa Cotton's advice. And, it's like, yeah, life does suck. That does make it better. Okay, where's the mushroom at here, fuckers? I don't like those fucking McFlurries. Yeah, smoke him or chew him if you got him. Yeah, people are... Okay, honestly, I think it's far too early to... And I got my ass handed to me this year, by the way. But I think it's far too early to panic at this point. If you're hurting now... And you're, you know, like, good at sales and shit, unlike me. Then, you know... You're panicking too easily because we haven't even... I mean, this is the end of the beginning, not the beginning of the end. Pop Cotton says, edibles scare me. Kind of scare me. I'm fine with dabs. They did give me a free pre-roll. That's what scares me, though. That's when I have to hide in the back of the closet with a blanket over my head with a 5-gallon container of water. Damn it. I should have save stated it before that. Yeah. It's not panic time yet. It's panic time when the shit really hits the fan. Which is coming. See, look how agile this whore is. Why, Princess Peach, you're so flexible. What have you been doing? Always tear open pre-rolls. The ones I get always have seeds in them. Yeah. Yeah, edibles can kick your ass if you're not careful, says RR. Isn't there supposed to be a goddamn potion here somewhere? I never inhaled, says Shellback. What? How did that happen? Alright, if I die, I will go back to level 4. Oh, okay. Found a packet of 5 pre-rolls in it. Ground score! I saved a plant someone threw out with some fat buds on it. Way to go, RR. Write out the apocalypse in style, my friend. The Cult of Whatever, I think, is going to really catch on as time goes on. Man, I had this terrible dream that, okay, it was still America, right? But you know, everybody was impoverished and... Oh, that sucks. And that, you know, you're being closely monitored and just like, but nobody really knew the truth of what was going on. They just knew that their lives sucked. I'll get pouches of bud instead of pre-rolls. I give them away for free for a reason. Shit. Oh well. So luck would have it. I've never really been free to. Either family would have prohibited when I was young, then the military happened. And jobs it didn't allow. Whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and load. Here. It's really bothering me where this mushroom is or is not. Ah, shit. Uh-oh, I just heard something really loud. I hope that the apocalypse isn't happening. Huh. That's where it was? Why wasn't it there before? Getting tired of people filling the screen with an article they're reading? It's not like I'm following along and a screen full of text is boring. Certainly can be, Papa. Oh, you fucking cunt. Okay, I'm gonna save state it here because I want to be able to go after extra lives. Well, be very cognizant of the strains you get if you decide to do it, Shellback, because they affect people different ways. There we go. Now we're talking. All right. Papa says, hell yeah, you should. In my state, the medical card gets you to the front of the line. Plus, you can call in your order and just go pick it up. You know what? They took away the curbside delivery at my dispensary. They said that they were only doing that due to COVID. I was like, what? But that was so nice. Yeah, in California, if you do medical, you don't have to pay taxes on it. You dumb whore. How dare you die? Yeah, I just have to wait for the next pandemic, which should be next week, says RR. Oh, good lord. So, supposedly, if China was going to invade, then they would have invaded, oh shit. They would have invaded by mid-October, supposedly. What's the happy strain? I think it depends on your body chemistry. Supposedly you want to talk to your bud tender, but I got the stuff that has a lot of CBD and not very much THC. Because I'm a pussy. Hey, I thought he took 7 hits. All of them? Is that a trick question? Says Papa Cotton. Some of them are very much not happy strains. Some of them are very much not happy strains, believe me. Some of them will make you paranoid and depressed. I don't know what happened today, but after my gummy kicked in, I was like ready to kick some ass. Like, I was getting upset. One might even say I was getting mad. I've had strains that did make me laugh more. That's true, says Papa. I don't like the dumbness. The did I say that out loud or in my head? So those are the strains I don't like. Okay, I went to Chipotle. You know what? I had a reason to be upset, actually, because I went to Chipotle, and I got a bowl, and that bowl ended up costing like $17. Oh, okay, I think I see what the deal is here. Shit. Well, actually, yeah. A $17 Chipotle order, yeah, that's enough to piss a guy off, actually. Ah, shit. I think what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to hop on the egg and it's supposed to take me across. Yeah, come on, man, that's 0% inflation. The report did just come out, and it turns out there was a surprise. In the third quarter, there was 2.8% growth. So we're technically not in a recession, according to them. I mean, never were in a recession. So I'm going to have to call bullshit on that because I don't believe that. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. This would have been where the other one was. Alright. Agile little slut, isn't she? Anything with cake in the name, Shelly? Seriously. The cake strains are great, says Papa. What about pie? I like pie better than cake, says Shellback. All right, I'm gonna see what's over there. Let's see. Okay, nothing's over there. I bet the pie strains are different. Oh, whoops. Hail, just another red shirt. Welcome, my friend. Okay. Well, digging into the numbers, which are questionable, the rise came not from more goods being sold, but less goods that cost more. Well, that's probably what it's going to be. They're probably going to factor in the inflation. God, these people make me sick. It's one of those. I think it's the red one that goes down. Oh, great. Didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, but hey. Oh, shit. Basically, the economy is shrinking while costs classic stagflation. Yeah, exactly. What? No fair. Run, princess, run! See, the princess had her audition. She's like that because she had her audition for Cuties. She's auditioning for Cuties too. Yeah. Hey, wait a second. Oh, okay. Oh, great. Not one of these fucking things. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, the act reduces inflation by spending more. Yep. If unemployment and inflation are high. At the same time, we have the stagflation that stumped macroeconomists in Carter's presidency. So it's just another red shirt. Well, we had a lot less debt when that happened. Oops. Of course, that's also believing that there wasn't the secret deal that Kissinger allegedly put together with the Saudis to, to create the petrodollar. Oh, man. And Papa says, the government has this completely under control. When have they ever let us down before? That's true. Hey, before there was Big Mike, there was a lot of other stuff. Yeah, stagflation of the 70s with debt of the 40s. Yep. Who should I be this time? Mario, Luigi, Toad, or the princess? Yeah, my social credit score is not very good either. That base system has reached its end. Yes, it has. God, it's going to be gross, and people... I don't see it... I don't know. Hopefully it won't go the way I think it's going to go. I'm like, sure, debt enslavement's okay. Toad it is. I'm like, yeah, social credit score, it's easy and convenient. Like, why would you not want to use a social credit score? You don't have to worry about anything if you're not doing anything wrong. God. Whoops. Only people that do things wrong that are bad do things that are wrong that are bad. Yeah, it's going to be real ugly. Okay, so there's a mushroom here somewhere. It's just like the Great Recession where they're like bailing out homeowners that took the most debt, right? Those were the... And it's like, well, why wouldn't they? And it's because... Because they made a promise to pay. It's a contract, dummy. That's why. Oh, this was the wrong level for Toad, I think. Yeah, Toad's not the right character for this level. Oh, whoops. Well, that was not what I meant to do. Yeah, We'll finish up the Let's Play another time. Luigi, yeah, Luigi would have been better. We'll do it again later. Yeah, they've been killing savers for decades, says RR. Yeah, biblical. I used to think that would be hyperbole, but yeah, I think it will be biblical. I think it's going to be really ugly, and I wish that I was a lot more prepared for it. I'm very angry at a lot of people that I'm not as prepared for it as I should be. You know, I'm angry at my client's daughter that that fucked me really bad on that commission, and then I'm angry at that dumb cunt that was spying on me on her surveillance equipment. Because that would have left me with I could have done a lot. I could have taken advantage of things right now. Whatever. Papa Cotton the Six says V-Dubs was live a little while ago too. Thanks for showing him to me, Wes. He's the only guy on YouTube that I know that is cool with all the racist jokes in his chat. Yeah, Vigilante Williamson definitely was a great addition. Would like to see him on. I wish he would come on Whatever Cast Wednesday more, but schedules and, you know, mindset and all that stuff. Yeah. R says, can't dwell on the past. Well, I'm getting to the point where I'm getting accustomed to the pace that I'm at, and I'm making the changes that are needed. So I just need to reap the reward of the changes, and it should work out. The thing is never to give up. You can't give up. Whatever happens, don't give up. Because when you give up, that's when just like your spirit dies. And, you know, when you still got a little bit of fight, you got a little bit of fight. And, you know, I still have a little bit of fight. Yeah, you know, I bought a selfie stick and I needed the selfie stick and I could not find it today for anything. Because I wanted to start using the selfie stick on the walk and talks. So I have it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I do have one. I think it would be great for the walk and talks for sure. So I've got my Atlanta site here. My phone seems to be buzzing. Let's see what's happening here. Better not be an incoming nuclear missile alert. No. So I was watching old TV. I was watching that show Heart to Heart. My grandma used to love Heart to Heart. And gosh, a lot of these shows back then, they talked about, they would actually put it in the show, the stuff that we're talking about now. You know, fighting those evildoers, you know, the New World Order or evil conglomerates, that kind of stuff. It was all in there. Just TV has become so dumbed down. I think I'm trying to think of the last series that was really good, that I really enjoyed. And I think the last one that I really liked was, God, what's that David Simon one? Took place in Baltimore. God damn it. McNulty. McNulty. The guy was McNulty. That's who it was. It was award-winning. Damn it. Why can't I think of it? McNulty. David. Why do I remember his name? That's what I want to know. Supposedly he did something new. The Wire. That's what it is. The Wire. I really enjoyed that show. I was like, wow, you know, this show is really just like telling it the way it is. You know, they're talking about, you know, the politics behind it, the cooking of the books, the cooking of the numbers, the fact that no one, no one really cares about the people that live in those areas. You know, that a retiring police captain was the one that came up with the solution to bringing down crime by, you know, creating that that Amsterdam zone, where people could legally buy their product and the controversy behind doing that. Papa Cotton the Sixth says Robert Wagner is better doing comedies. Yeah. RR says I think the last show I watched was Angel. That's quite a while ago. Yep. Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing. So, Heart to Heart was the early episodes were filmed using film, and so you could see that the makeup was not as good. Like you can see a lot. But the later episodes, they were taped. So they used magnetic tape for that. And boy, you can see the difference. You can really see the difference. Tape is not good. Papa Cotton says, I don't know what that is. I think that was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer spinoff. The character of Angel, if I'm not mistaken. Just another red shirt says, I did like the show Reacher. Yeah, I've been wanting to check that out. I was told that the movies... Wait, is it based on the movies like Jack Reacher? Because I was told that Tom Cruise was totally miscast in Jack Reacher. Papa Cotton says, all the shows I watch are on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't... Man, and Rockford Files. Okay, I love the Rockford Files. I do think the Rockford Files were a little bit more... I enjoy the Rockford Files more than Heart to Heart. I definitely think that Heart to Heart is more for the ladies because, you have this chick that snagged this ultra-rich dude, and then they go... none of them work, right? They don't work. They just take care of their dog, and they fly around the world with their butler, and they solve mysteries. That's what they do. Yep. But still, it's a better original creation than a lot of what we've gotten. Just a red shirt says it was based on the first Reacher book, and Tom Cruise was miscast. Yeah, I thought Jack Reacher was supposed to be super tall. So that would definitely not be Tom Cruise. Yeah, just that Firebird's really cool. His Firebird. I mean, he had several of them, and there were a couple of them where they mixed up the years, But yeah, the Rockford Files was a great show. Yeah. Papa Cotton the Sixth says, small channel YouTube is where it's at. Yeah. I do. I like my smaller creators. Some of these big dogs, man, I don't know. They've gotten a little bit too big for their britches, if you know what I mean. And I'm not an ass kisser and a sycophant, and I never will be. But eyes on the prize. Keep, as long as they're fighting the fight, that's good. RR says, well, Tom has a super tall ego. Yeah, he does. A lot of the tenets of Scientology, well, not a lot of the tenets, but a lot of the methods of Scientology, Tony Robbins actually adopted a lot of that stuff, and a lot of the mega churches actually adopted a lot of that. The high discipline aspect of it, the high accountability, keeping you up for hours, sleep deprivation, food deprivation. But when you want to make the change, that's what helps make the change. So, it's also, I guess that's kind of the principle behind why people go into sweat lodges and why they put their body in stress situations, because it does do that. I mean, it does get you to the breaking point where you make the change, is what I mean. Just a red shirt says, the first episode of Reacher should pull you in. Well, I'll have to check it out. See, I really do need to get... See, this is why I have you guys, because I need a few recommendations on whether or not I'm gonna watch something and like something. For example, I got a couple of God damn it, what's the name of that? Got a couple of recommendations for the one is it Lucifer? Is that it? Lucifer is the name of it, right? I got a few recommendations for Lucifer, and I thought it was a bit of a snooze myself. I was not getting anything out of it. But, you know, that's just not my thing, I guess. I don't know. The Wire was my thing. That's what I'm into. I'm into that kind of stuff. Papa Cotton says, I tend to stop watching channels when they get too big, but there are podcasts that are better than anything from mainstream Hollywood. Yeah, for sure. Well, Salty Cracker's done quite well for himself, and so he's doing pretty well. His channel's grown. I mean, aside from getting demonetized, his channel's grown. His audience has grown. It's on multiple platforms, and I've seen some of those Rumble rants. I mean, the dude's making a good living. I'll tell you that. The guy's got to be clearing about 15, 20 grand a month. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, with this you see, here's the thing. I usually do better in a down economy in my business than I do in an up economy because a down economy makes sense to me. I'm like, why on earth would anyone pay that much for, to live there? I don't understand it. It's like, it's not computing. I'm like, if I'm spending $700,000, I better have at least 10 acres. Papa Cotton says, I've been binging Kill Tony for a while now. Yep. So would those same places go down to around 300, 350? I'll be like, this market makes sense to me. Plus, having grown up in a dysfunctional household and having a dysfunctional life, this is going to sound terrible. But it's one of those truths that when you do a deep dive on yourself and you really explore what your motivations are, your fears, your loves, when you really do the deep dive, one of the things, and some people are better in crises, like your startup guy is not going to be your CEO, usually. Like once the business is established, give it to someone else to keep it stable. But when everyone around me is miserable, I actually feel most comfortable and at ease. And so it actually makes me feel normal when everyone else is miserable. Does that make sense? It was a strange revelation for me to come across, to be sure. Like when people are crying and miserable and hugging each other and talking about how bad their life sucks, I'm like, you're right. So, Shellback says, make way because the salt must flow. Yes. Papa Cotton says, oh, wait, I already got that one. The army is getting nuts lately, says Papa Cotton. And just another red shirt says, everything is getting nuts lately. I should do another poll. So is 2022 going to be a warm-up for 2023? Because I believe I made the prediction that 2020 was going to be a warm-up for 21. And you can't say I was wrong. Then I said 21 was going to be a warm-up for 22. And you definitely can't say I was wrong about that. So, yeah. Shellback says, I doubt I'll ever own another house. At least nothing that didn't come on wheels. You know what? There are some pretty nice parks. There's this place, Lake Minden, that's not far from here. That actually is a very nice community. They have a fireworks show and everything. It's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I miss living in a small town of 220 people. Living in a small town of 220 people was nice. Plus, wheels, mobility. tell you, the people that I see, you know, I guess you're homeless on wheels. The people that are actually in RVs seem like they're better off than the people that that are walking around. That's for sure. Although, yeah, some of those, I don't know if people are pack rats or if they're druggies or thieves or what, but some of those RVs, man, they're disgusting. You can peer in a window every once in a while that's just like full of shit. And like the weirdest shit you've ever, like, why do you have that in your RV? Well, I'm talking about like what, you know, what used to be a mattress, but it's just like just the springs. Like, why would you have just the metal frame and the springs of a mattress? Whatever. Hail, Vigilante Williamson. Welcome, my friend. Vigilante Williamson asks, hey, did I come in at the end? Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the end here. I was talking about how I've reached peak whatever, and I don't really care about pop culture anymore. And then we paid you actually quite a few compliments, Vigilante. And then, yeah, we're talking about the end of the world as we know it. Yeah. Yeah. How 2020 was a warm up for 2021, which was a warm up for 2022. And I think 2023 is going to be, you know, a grab your balls kind of lookout kind of year. Vigilante Williamson says, welcome to the dark side, Wes. Yeah, I've been on the dark side for a while, I think. Yeah. R says we should have until November 4th. So okay. So Gavin Newsom. We got to talk about this. Gavin Newsom, all right. So Gavin Newsom had a debate 3 days ago with his Republican opponent. I live in California, and I didn't hear a goddamn thing about it. And so there was a debate, and of course I think it kind of would have been. I mean, most of the debates are canned anyway and bullshit. You don't learn a lot, but I would have liked to have seen it. You learn a lot from body language. And so the last poll that I've seen. The last poll that I've seen between Newsom and his opponent, it said that Newsom was up by 27 points. But and they just like there's no polls. There were polls in the primary, no polls. Polls, and it says Newsom's up by 27%. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. You're hard-pressed to find people that think Newsom is doing a good job. Anybody that says they have voted for him, it's usually like, well, I had to hold my nose and vote for Newsom. I don't buy it. Vigilante Williamson says, we're going to get unpersoned. Yeah, that's going to happen. I think they already may. You know, even if I start a different YouTube channel, I think it may get to the point where they're going to have AI in there. So that if you do start multiple YouTube channels and you run afoul of the authorities, the powers that be, you know, it's going to have your voice recognized so that you, at that point, you can't catch the algorithm. It's going to shadow ban you. So I don't know. I'd like to think we have a shot. That scary, weird dream that I had where, God, everything, it was really weird. You know, like there's this weird ass apartment building across from some school with this really ratty chain link fence that was hanging off. And they're just like people walking around everywhere. You know, but it looks like a modern city, but I mean, these look like housing projects. It's really weird. And there's just like everybody was depressed, everybody was poor, there were cops everywhere. Ugh, man, what a nightmare. Just under the red shirt says the votes have already been printed. Yep. Vigilante Williamson said it doesn't matter how people vote, it matters who counts them. Yep, the votes are already counted. Well, I guess Nevada County, one of the counties we have here, they voted to hand count their ballots. Vigilante Williamson says, dreaming of your future FEMA camp. Yeah. God. See, why isn't George Takei talking about that kind of stuff? R says, Newsom is as popular as bribing. Yep. And just another red shirt says, Papa Cotton, as long as there's fraud, voting matters. When you disappear after voting, then it doesn't. R says, be interesting to see what false flag event they're going to pull this time. Well, I think they released another strain of virus to see how we would react, to see if we were going to call for more lockdowns. And when that didn't happen, I think they're trying to figure out what to do right now. So we'll see, but I just hope however it works out peacefully, and I hope it works out in our favor. But man, I don't want to live in a digital gulag where, you know, you have a social credit score and, man, no thanks. Vigilante Williamson said, it's a false flag every month. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we did have some shootings that are questionable. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes down. R says they need a pandemic-sized false flag for the midterms. I think they already tried it. And they failed. I think they tried another pandemic. Here's what's weird is to see how it's working in Canada. That's some scary shit. Vigilante Williamson says, we already have social credit scores. We just don't know them. Yeah. Well, you know, back in the olden days, they used to call that networking. And you had currency because of the relationships you built with the people around you and what you could do for them and what you could do for each other. And that seemed to work pretty well. And the internet as an instrument, its strength is decentralizing and working out the logistics and connecting people to do, you know, to accomplish tasks. The internet is very anti-establishment. Look how it's changed work. You know, it's busy at this time, you know, gig economy, it's busy at this time, go. I don't want to work, stop. I mean, it's revolutionized all that stuff, and it's a much better tool used for that as a decentralizer than a centralizer. But the powers that be, they know that the technology makes them obsolete and renders them basically useless. There's no reason to have top-down authority. They're not needed. You know, the world can function better connecting people in a decentralized way. And so, you know, that's why we're getting everything, because they are losing their control. They know that they're the ones that are obsolete, not us. Wait, what happened? Are you taking off, red shirt? or a nuclear option. Yeah. Well, let's hope they don't do the nuclear option. That would be all kinds of bad if that happened. That would be if I survived it. If we survived it, that would be. I mean, that couldn't help but traumatize you for the rest of your life if you lived through something like that. I would probably want to. I'd probably want to be a dead duck if that happened. Oh yeah, you don't have to do that. Red shirt, not here. Yep. But yep, we're on that precipice where we could go full authoritarian. At this point, I don't think there's a choice between being in the middle. I think you have to go full authoritarian or you have to go full libertarian. I don't think that you can. I don't think you can coexist in the two places. I think what you've got to do is just dismantle as much of this top-down structure that we have, hold those people accountable, throw them in jail, and create this beautiful world where you don't have them anymore and people get together because, I'm a farmer and I want to farm your land, or you're a farmer and you want to farm my land, or we're going to do this co-op, and we're all going to pool our resources for shipping and then have it go to the the almond factory, and it just you don't need the top down infrastructure. Delancey Williamson says they claim to only need 500 million of us. Yeah, well, they only need 500 million of us for them to retain control. Of course. But we'll see. I don't know. The jabs have already been deployed. I mean, it's great that I mean, we're calling the fact that people stopped getting their fifth booster a victory here. Well, how many people got the first shot and the second shot? How many people got Johnson & Johnson, the single shot one? I mean, it's already been deployed. At this point, it's just a question of how soon those effects are going to show up. And you're already seeing them show up. You've seen them show up. And this is at the leading edge of that. I mean, really, this December is when we're really looking at a year for the uptake that we're talking about, right? The uptake that they said they wanted, the percentage of the population that they thought should be jabbed. So I imagine what you're going to be seeing is you're going to be seeing the people that have had their fifth shot, or the double boosted folks. I mean, maybe those those are probably, if what Robert Malone is saying is true, and what a lot of these other doctors are saying are true, is true, then people are just going to be just dropping dead. Yeah. RR says there is good reporting that Ukraine may set off a dirty bomb to drag NATO directly out in the open, declaring war on Russia. Yeah, I've seen that. RR says we need 0 of them. They serve no purpose. Shellback says I don't think anyone is legit that stupid for nukes. Not what people fear anymore. For them, their elite status, the world's a big place, and they want to retain their elite status. And it might be something as simple as, if I can't have it, no one can. And just another red shirt says, the way I put it is that people aren't rational. They rationalize. Yep. It's a good saying. R says, we're dealing with people who are completely detached from reality. We are. Most of them are elites. And if they weren't elites, then there's somebody on, like a Kamala that, did the slurpee to get ahead. And those are the types of people they want. They want Kamalas. They want Dennis Hasterts. They want Lindsey Graham's. They want Mitch McConnell's. They want Nancy Pelosi's. They want Chuck Schumers. Those are the people they want. RS says we're dealing. Yeah, Vigilante Williamson says I don't know the point of making us eat bugs, and they still do that. These people are evil. Yep. Yeah, they want low character clowns. Exactly. Did you mean SADS? Just another red shirt? I think you meant SADS. Yes, if I can't have it, no one can, is the definition of the mortal sin of envy. Yeah, envy is the worst one to have. Who doesn't struggle with envy? Believe me. The worst part, when I get envious, is usually when somebody shows up and has never done it, and they just kick ass at it while you've been doing it for a long time. Like, huh? Although I think SARS was probably their first experiment of this type. Well, actually, I guess HIV would probably be another one. You know, there's this show Alternative Views that's on YouTube from the 80s. It was public access television. And they were talking about this is amazing. I mean, this is like the late 80s, and they're talking about how HIV didn't show up until the UN came through with the vaccination effort in Africa. And so, yeah, you know, I don't think somebody getting butt fucked by a monkey is what, or a gorilla is what caused people to get AIDS. But it's just so funny. And then you look at the parallels between Fauci. Yeah, and Fauci is one of the same players. Exactly. Papa says, yeah, there are reasons why Fauci isn't allowed into certain countries. Yep. And Gates, too. So, I mean, this has been going on a long time. I mean, maybe it started out as giving smallpox blankets to Native Americans, but or to populations that you wanted to reduce. But this biowarfare stuff has been going on a long time. It's just, you know, it's more sophisticated, and they try to give it more legitimacy. And Vigilante Williamson says, HIV was distributed. Yep. And Shilbeck says, you mean Fauci-AIDS? Yep. And he was killing people, too. It's the same story. Like before there was remdesivir, that AZT was just fucking people up. Just another red shirt says, I've learned not to get upset about things that other people do better. I loved skiing, but no one ever tried to recruit me to the U.S. World Cup team. Yeah, I've never skied. Maybe that's something I'll have to put on my bucket list. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say they do it better, red shirt, but we'll find out, because the going's going to get tough now. Alrighty, well, it's getting close to midnight here. I've got a adulting to do tomorrow, so I should probably start wrapping things up. If you're new to the channel and catching me on the replay, be honored if you'd consider liking the video, sharing the video, and ringing the bell for an 11. I think we're up to 15% chance of notifications on whatever gaming. It is what it is. But hope you enjoyed the stream, and we will see ya. Oh, wait. RR says Fausti had a lot to do with HIV and AIDS. Yep. All right. Good night, my friends.